Perhaps the most in-depth analysis of the plot available online. Black Myth Wukong, what kind of story is it trying to tell? The article is divided into 3 parts, with the first being a recap of the demo footage. The second part is a detailed analysis of the plot, and the final part is the conclusion. In the recap of the demo footage, within a dilapidated temple, the walls are adorned with murals depicting the 3 demons of Shituo Ridge massacring civilians. The golden-winged Great Peng holds a long rope, his gaze fixed on a monk sitting as if in a fire, suspected to be Xuanzang. The scene shifts to an old monk who resembles a monkey, living alone in this temple. He slowly recounts 3 possible endings for Sun Wukong. In the Journey to the West ending, he attains the true scriptures, is enshrined as the victorious fighting Buddha, and remains in the Spirit Mountain. In another ending, he dies on the pilgrimage and is replaced by another monkey who becomes a Buddha. There is also the possibility that the Journey to the West never happened, and Sun Wukong is merely a fabrication. The story the game wants to tell begins with the words. This tale starts with a golden cicada. The player takes on the role of an unknown monkey who transforms into a golden cicada, using the 72 transformations. He enters a territory guarded by a horde of demons. The minor demons on the path are wolf soldiers and mountain bandits, led by a demon known as the Spirit Void Master. The elite monster, Blade Wolf Instructor, appears and upon seeing the protagonist says, "Another monkey? Why not lay down your staff and learn some Buddhism with me?" After defeating him, the Blade Wolf Instructor leaves a dying message. Could you be the destined one the king spoke of? Defeating the Blade Wolf Instructor grants the player the treasure, Red Tide, and the ability to transform into a Blade Wolf Instructor. The player continues to transform into a golden cicada to evade the minor demons. Ahead on the road, a gigantic human-faced monster appears, resembling a monk. The Earth God appears, guiding the protagonist and indicating that this is the Black Wind Mountain. Looking at the protagonist, the Earth God cryptically remarks, "So alike, truly alike." After pointing out the location of the Guanyin Monastery, the Earth God reminisces about its former glory. It was once a place of thriving incense, but alas, that fire. Later, the monastery was rebuilt. But what use is a repaired temple when the hearts of men are burnt out? Upon reaching the gates of the Guanyin Monastery, the Earth God reappears and reveals the identity of the boss. That creature in the back courtyard is a friend of the Black Wind monster, calling himself Spirit Void. Finally, as the protagonist raises his staff to finish off the Spirit Void, the staff blocks his attack. Inscribed on the staff are 5 words: the RUII Golden Hoop Staff. Sun Wukong makes his entrance. Although the game has released few details, comparing it to the original Journey to the West reveals some intriguing points. This article attempts to address several questions. The timing of the story. Does it necessarily take place after the Journey to the West? The identity of Spirit Void. Why is it the only one given a name? The identity of the old monk. Which monkey is he? The identity of the protagonist. Is it Sun Wukong or the 6-eared monkey? The timing of the story. Sun Wukong made a ruckus in heaven 500 years ago, and Tang's pilgrimage to the west took 16 years. The timeline of the story, as narrated by the old monkey at the beginning, clearly takes place after the Journey to the West. This means the story occurs between the ruckus in heaven and the old monkey's narration. Another point of reference given by the game is the Earth God. Alas, that fire. Later, the monastery was rebuilt. This fire appears in Chapter 16 of Journey to the West. The background is that the abbot of the Guanyin Monastery coveted Tang's cassock. So a monk named Xuanzang came up with a plan to burn Tang to death. Thus, the cassock would belong to the abbot. Unexpectedly, Sun Wukong overheard this and borrowed a fire-quenching cover from heaven to help spread the fire, burning the Guanyin Monastery to the ground. From this, we can deduce a simple timeline. Most analyses suggest the story takes place after the Journey to the West, However, looking at the timeline, it could also be between the burning of the Guanyin monastery and the attainment of the true scriptures. That is, before Sun Wukong becomes the victorious fighting Buddha. The identity of Spirit Void. Spirit Void is the only monster in the demo given a specific title.